What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. Today, we continue our way towards Shupke in an attempt to stop her plans here in Highfort. Now, you may notice that there's some... Well, first of all, we're fighting this demon door portal head thingy, apparently, so that's a thing that's happening. Anyways, as I was saying, you may notice that there's some differences in this group here. Prime among them being the fact that Sten is in his transformed state. Not transformed, but he's in his little orange vest. And the reason for that is because, well, it's the same reason that I didn't upload any episodes last week. And that is because last week I recorded a whole bunch of episodes, and all of them ended up being useless. I had some problems with the video, apparently, and I didn't find out until after I had played through the whole set and overwritten half my saves and all that stuff, so that was less than fun. So I've had to go back to an old save and make my way back up to this point, which is kind of unfortunate. But on the plus side, I think I fared a little bit better this time through the castle than I did last time. Chief example among them being the fact that, as I said, Sten is in his transformed state still, which is pretty handy. So that's all unfortunate, but we're here now. So obviously I am trying to use up my dragon spells here against the portal, as is the way. I would use cold with Spar, but this door apparently absorbs ice, so we're going to try not to do that. This boss can actually vary a lot in how hard he is just based on what he does. I mean, I guess that's the case with most bosses, but this guy has some AoE attacks, and if he abuses those, this fight can go really, really badly. But if he doesn't abuse those, I've seen him just straight up use his physical attack like every single turn. And if he does that, this fight is pretty much a joke. So we will hope that that is what he ends up doing. Part of the problem also is just the fact that this isn't the best group ever. My only real healer at this point is Spar, and he only knows Cure 2, so there's only so much I can actually do healing-wise. So getting this fight done with quickly before he has a chance to really use a whole lot of AoE is a pretty big deal. Sup, Trubo? Sounds like a plan to me. So I should have exactly enough W fruits for what I need. Heal up here. One other thing that I did this time around is I made sure when you first gain control of Sten, when you're in the Highfort here, you actually have access to the item shop. So I made a point of picking up a few more healing items, just so I had a little bit more lying around this time. I didn't end up needing many, but they're there. So anyways, we just gotta make our way up here, through a couple of rooms. Hopefully not taking too much damage from anything. Which way? I think I actually want to go over here. Do I? Right, okay, that leads to where Shupke was earlier. No, there's nothing up there. What's up here? Okay, I do want to go this way, the way I was going originally. You would think having done this already, recently, I would remember. But I do not. So we got the collar and a Tolan. The Tolan being pretty much useless to us. And the collar being... Well, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what it does. But what are you gonna do? So anyways, now that we've done that, keep going down that stupid staircase. I wanna go this way. There you go. And we should be pretty much... Oh, yeah, okay, we're there. So that's nice, I guess? Good thing she's not a human, then. That's very noble. Elforin? What's with the names of all the people and stuff in this place? It's like every single name, every proper verb. Verb? Noun? I'm terrible at parts of speech. I guess it's a noun. Every proper noun is just such a ridiculous mixture of letters. Ha 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 ha! Shupke is a demon? I would not have guessed this. Okay, so the thing about Shupke is she has a very high physical defense. I don't know how she fares against magic. I don't think magic is particularly effective against her either. But that's not really a problem. The thing about Shupke is she's kind of balanced around the fact that she's not expected to take a whole lot of damage. Why did... Oh, I leveled up, that's why. Okay. I don't think that'll be a problem. I still did lots of damage. So anyways, as I was saying, she's kind of balanced around the idea that she's going to be not going to be taking a lot of damage, so her health isn't very high. But thankfully, our dragon attacks do damage that is not dependent on stats at all. It's just a flat 512 damage and then modified by your current MP. So what that means is that because it does a flat amount of damage, we can take Shupke out pretty quickly. Even Ryu only did 53. I mean, I guess that's not terrible damage, but it could be better. Okay, and Fire Dragon, and try and make sure that everyone stays alive here. I think these two are just going to defend, because the battle should probably be over this round. Come on, Fire Dragon. Do your thing with the fireball and the killing of the demon and those, oh my god. Well, it worked. That's good stuff. Well, oh, that's unfortunate. Is this the secrets of this castle a trap like the secrets of Highfort were? Oh look, a conveniently placed barrier! Or I guess, in our case, inconvenient. I guess this is the part where Turbo smashes the computer because he's a brute and doesn't know what else to do? I guess it is. Yeah, jump on the keyboard, that'll show it what for. I mean, a sturdy control panel for your castle's self-destruct mechanism is probably good. Or I guess it's not supposed to be self-destruct, it's supposed to be like a flying castle or something. These things just always seem to make castles explode. He like reversed the polarity or something. Well, I guess that takes care of her. Quickly escape! Okay, so now what? Okay, we're just gonna jump off the tower. So, are we all good now? Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, no, we're gonna apparently, like, run across the sky for some reason. Because the other tower is just gonna sit there and do nothing, apparently. Okay, well, why not? But it's a manual elevator. Surely whoever turns it is going to be left to die. Ryu just books it out of there. I wonder how you know when someone's gotten to the level they're going to with one of these manual elevators. Like, if you're on the 4th floor and you're going down to the 2nd floor, it's just like some random spot in the middle. Would you have to, like, wait for the person on the elevator to yell up to you or something? Oh, I guess Sten died. That's unfortunate. What are you basing that off of? Last time he disappeared, he wasn't dead, so maybe this time he's not dead also? I guess it's not a terrible assumption. Well, the famous flute is what we came here for in the first place, so... Somehow I feel like I'm not gonna do that. You're assuming he's alive. What if I don't want to go to the exit, huh? What if I got stuff to do here? Do you ever think about that? Aw, poor Trubo. And I do in fact have control of my characters, but I don't actually have anything to do here, so I'm just gonna leave anyways. Looks like they fixed the bridge up, so I guess that's good. Now, if I examine the statue... Okay. This is like a different kind of dragon statue, so I guess you can't change party members there. We'll have to do that later. Sten is alive! Surprising nobody! Good job, Sten. Maybe one of these days you'll actually die. What's with all these names? I wonder if Woolman is like a reference to Ted Woolsey. I'm pretty sure he translated this game. And then there's always Selner, or however you pronounce that. The names in Highfort are so ridiculous. Oh, and he just sleeps to his death. Okay. Yeah, I kinda got that, thanks. So now, no matter what you do, you actually can't return to Highfort right now. Sten will just tell you you've got to go hurry, so I guess that's a good sign to go do other things. So, we can use Spar to warp now, so I guess Jean is more or less useless, but we're gonna keep using him, not necessarily now, but try and keep him up to par on level. Anyways, hometown is actually not where I wanted to go. If you recall, the reason we needed to get the famous flute is because we need to use it to communicate with the folks of Tunland. So, that is what we are going to go do. Also, if you recall, the reason we need to communicate with said folks of Tunland is because they have... what's it called? The memory pillow or something like that? Something that lets you talk to sleeping people, I think was what they described it as. And we need that to talk to the wise tree over in the Sea of Trees. So, hopefully we can get that from the people of Tunland. And the famous flute allows us to talk to the people of Tunland, because apparently they talk through music and all that fancy stuff. That's unfortunate. She will die? Okay. So we need to go talk to the sexist man Ged. Apparently, I'm assuming he's sexist. They say he has no respect for women. And we need him to... so that we can save the queen from her fatal obesity. So, yeah. Okay then. So, in order to find Ged, now I want to warp to hometown. And I am warping to hometown for a couple of reasons. For one, the main reason is just the fact that it happens to be the closest location to where Ged is. The other is that I need to change party members, and I can do that from this fellow. I would like to take Sten out of my party, but I'm pretty sure I need him right now, so I'm going to go with Spar, Sten, and Cat for the time being. I believe the best option is to go like this. Switch it up a little bit. I think I'll switch Sten with Cat. And I actually finally took the time to discover what exactly formations actually do. They don't actually affect the way that or how many attacks your party members take at all. Is this the right location? Yeah, I think it is. What they actually do is that depending on the formation and where your party member is standing in said formation, it modifies how much physical damage you do and you receive. So for example, in this formation, Scramble, the person in the first position takes, I think 20% more damage and deals 20% more damage. The same is true of the second spot, and the third spot is has no bonus or penalty. Whereas the last spot, they take slightly less damage, but they also deal slightly less damage. So because Cat and Sten are both physical damage dealers as well as Ryu, then this is a good formation for them. But if I were to switch to defense, then in this position, Ryu has no advantage or penalty, but Cat takes, I want to say like, I don't know how much, but a fairly significant amount of less damage, but deals a fairly significant amount of less damage. Sten has the same, and then Spar takes even less damage and does even less damage. And it just kind of it works like that, varies a little bit by formation. In general, with 3 physical damage dealers, I want to use Scramble. So that's basically what it does. While I was at it, I also went out of my way to look up what Vigor does. Oh, there's a healing well here, that's convenient. And Vigor is basically just your adjusted agility. It determines the turn order in battle. So, for example, if we look at Ryu, he's wearing the blended armor, which is very heavy. So it reduces his vigor by quite a bit. So that's what that does. Equipping a lighter piece of armor will increase his vigor, which makes his turn come faster. So, yeah. So wait, he's a magician and we need him to help the queen lose weight? Yeah. And that is what we need Cat for. Because she is a female! He claims to only listen to people smarter than him, so you would think that you need Nina instead of Cat, but... The magic diet? You don't even remember where you worked? How about that instead? Jeez, he's an old man. You're gonna, like, kill him or something. I guess Kat has her own way of solving these issues. Yay, we got Ged. So now I'm bringing back to Tunland. Bam! Warp. Unfortunately, we cannot warp to this little mountain. It's not like a town or anything, so... It really would be convenient if we could warp to non-towns. I believe I can't actually be here at nighttime. I think it has to be daytime to get into the palace. So we'll use a time warp real quick. I think this is actually the first time I've even used Time Warp in this playthrough. I guess I just happened to get lucky and never go into a town at nighttime. It's possible. Actually, I found a weapon for Cat, didn't I? I guess not. Okay. Must be in my imagination, or I was thinking of something else, or whatever. So let's see what Ged can do. Yeah! You asked me to bring him here. That's the response you give him? Why is it that every old woman in this game is just called Grandme? Like, they can't all be named Granny. Of course there is! And you can tell that just by looking at her? That seemed to work. Or not. It can't be healthy to fluctuate in weight so much in the span of like 2 seconds. Okay. If you say so. Okay. Maori Island, if you didn't realize, is the island that we got Ged from. So we have to head back there. Which is why it's so unfortunate that we can't just warp. But I guess it's not a long sail from hometown, so not really a big deal. So anyways, as he says, we have to go back to Maori Island to get some equipment from Ged's assistant. And we will do that on the next episode of Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. Catch you later.